Hello, Andy here at the Unofficial OpenAI Residency program, hosted by me and open to anyone that would like to join. We actually have a little more of a passive participant in today's roundtable, and I'm very excited to share somebody else's goal or goals of the day. Uh, just an extra little something that's showing some community growth, and I thought that was really cool. So, to take things away, I'm going to go ahead and share my three goals of the day. I'm pretty excited about these ones because I think that they'll be transferable to others, as in maybe you'll treat this like a recommendation for something to build into your practice because I think it's going to make a substantial impact in mine. So, what I'd like to first share for my first goal of the day, and this one has been kind of a little bit of a work in progress. It's something that I am looking to be more consistent on and really make it a solid habit. And that's to build the habit of building a citation reference list uh, to the dialogues that I'm having with any GBTs and to build up some more credible research on some of what I've learned in the experience with the technologies and just to add a little more something to them. And at the end of the day, remember that citations matter so much, especially in research and uh, funding and the market overall. Research is huge, and having that citation, that the whole reference guide to what your citations are and what you're researching and what your factual information is based off of, I just find will go a really long way, and I'm really excited for that. So, on top of that, what I like to do today is also write an article and publish it and share about what I found in my experience in OpenAI and competitors so far, and just kind of share from my experience what they have been like, where some seem to do better than others, and to really just give a fair share of nothing more than my experience, not adding in emotional layer or any sort of uh, bias that could come up. If I can avoid any bias whatsoever, I'm going to in publishing this. It's just going to be something that's just purely based off of the experience and uh, maybe something to start a conversation around if you found that you've had similar or even a different point of view from your experience, and if there's something different to comment there. So I'll be putting out a Medium article today, and I can share that link uh, with this video. Once that's up and published, I'd be more than happy to do that. And if you want to give that a read and just share your thoughts or just take it in and have a little bit of somebody else's experience in your usage of these technologies. And my third goal of the day is, and this one's going to be a little bit light. So I've really had this passion project to build a Twitter account that posts automated tweets for regional forecasts. And that's important because I do not want to focus on automated reporting for one specific geographical region. I would like it to be more of a broader dialogue of covering the weather story, the main weather story, not just a local focus, but getting a broader view of what the weather impact of the day is. What is the national weather story? Because there's one each and every day, and it kind of combines, well, two strong passions of mine. That's building on a computer and the weather, and getting to put that into one product. So I found that there's some challenges with Twitter that, from my experience, it seems like either there's something wrong with my process, or you really do need to have a subscribed account to be able to have access to producing such a product. So, uh, any of my Twitter accounts, my one that's dedicated for the AI chatbots, my uh, just my regular Twitter, uh, they are not premium accounts. So there's that right there. So I want to see and start to do some light research into what are some alternative platforms where I can produce the same concept, the same goal. However, it's not in a tweet, but it could be something that is in a consistent blog post, something that's a little more flexible with current technologies and not letting premium accounts be a barrier to fulfilling the goal in building some sort of automated generating weather story bot. And this is not one that, because you've probably seen in your scope of local meteorologists, that there will be postings of severe weather events, and those can be, and those have been around for a long time. And that's not quite what I'm going for here. I'm not just going for a quick flash notice of something that's just a checkbox in choosing to automate or not. This is really more so being able to see a well-crafted weather story that does have multiple considerations in it. For example, wildfire incident on the West Coast. What's the relationship between that event and travel delays, flight cancellations? Start to churn a little more of the weather story than just giving a local forecast. Then we have kind of a broader view and purpose of the account to be able to be of purpose to a broader range of people. Sure that there were many flight delays and cancellations that resulted from the weather in California, and that being something that happens probably every year, especially with their significant wind events. And they recently, not recently, a few months back, had heavy rainfall, and the severe rain also caused delays. So being able to build something into that regard, and where it's not just about the local forecast, it's about the broader network of people impacted by something that's related to the weather and beyond our own scope. So those are my three goals. My three goals again, just to kind of summarize them here. Uh, Make sure I'm getting citations into my GBT experiences and building up that citation list. And then getting to publish an article about my experience with the different GBTs, and maybe something to learn from, or uh, align with or have a different perspective on. I'd be curious to learn some feedback from what I post, and then to look into a new platform besides Twitter to run an automated forecasting account that is ultimately it's AI first, and I've built two of them so far that I have gone into referencing NASA data versus not versus though also including weather.gov data. So getting to bring one of those to life and really kind of see and test with which one is more appropriate for the intended goal of making a conversational blog posting, not Twitter posting, but posting, blog posting of the weather forecast and do that on a meaningful platform. The one that's coming to mind right now is WordPress. I might check that out today and see if that's something that is doable. So those are my three goals of the day. Thank you for listening to them here. And then, like I said, we have a participant through a little more of a, even more of a virtual way of sharing goals for the day and being involved in the unofficial OpenAI residency. And that goal, because it's one main goal, and I would say that the other goals are more so overcoming challenges to achieve the primary goal. So I'll share the primary goal from our other participant in the roundtable here today. And that goal is simply to make an email blast and be able to do that with very limited resources and really loose script to kind of go off of to be able to make it happen. So that's somebody else's goal of the day. Someone else that's participating in the unofficial residency program. And in that email blast, there is kind of a dialogue about how to leverage a GBT for getting ideas, inspiration, and brainstorming how that email blast can look. So integrating email drafting into a GBT use case is kind of what this person is looking for. So that's somebody else's goal of the day, and I'm excited to share that with you. Hopefully, we can start to get some folks into the roundtable, so that's not just myself talking to you, though we get a little more of a conversation going around these goals of the day. Not meant to take up too much time, just a kind of a quick check in the morning hours, hopefully at a convenient time for nationwide consideration that this is a appropriate time to do the meeting. And thank you for listening. Like I said, I'll share that article link in the posting of this video of this meeting. And thanks again for stopping by.